Hey, what's up? Welcome back. Welcome back to another broadcast, Controlling the Narrative with your host, Vernon Johnson. How y'all doing? I'm glad y'all joined in again. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate the support. Um, Long awaited. This one of my this one of my dream interviews. Uh, Very special guest. Uh, First time I saw her was she tweeted something to 50 Cent. 50 Cent gave his stamp of approval. Let everybody know she was the next big thing to come out. And then she just hit the game off and running. Uh, her freestyle game is off the meter, off the chain. You can catch her with Jack Thriller on 16 and better. But you know what? She decided that wasn't enough. And she just entered the acting game. And she's just been tearing it up. She's appeared in movies. One is the Dirty Game. That's on Tubi right now. If you don't know who I'm talking about, it's the one, the only, the beautiful Asia Sparks is in the building.
Hey, Sparks
Hey,
back. Hey, Sparks back. Hey, Sparks back.
the
Hey.
energy is crazy. How you doing?
Well, you know what? I'm blessed. Somebody told me like, right, I got friends and I'm always dropping jewels. I'm like an old young lady, and somebody said to me, the first language anyone can speak, no matter what country you in, is energy. So I always try to bring good energy, good light, a smile, to a situation. So it's
All
important. It's
right.
important.
It is. It is. Energy is important. It sets the tone. And as a leader, we have to give out good energy so people can follow good energy, right?
Yes,
Like
yes. I never like the term boss because I mean you could be a boss, right? You could be a boss in something, but I think it takes a special quality to be a leader, someone who's not just like, oh, do this, do that. I want you to do this. I want you to do that. If somebody say, let me show you how to do it. Let me give you like the blueprint on how to do it. So that way, it's like I could give you a piece of corn and you're gonna eat for a day. But if I give you the seeds and I teach you how to plant it, you're gonna eat for a lifetime. So that's what I try to instill on a day-to-day basis. I like to be a leader. What my shirt say? Always. What it say? Always been a leader.
always been a leader,
Make big
right?
banks. Yes, yes.
And when I noticed something, a while back, you created a brand that's really catchy. And not only you're a leader, it's like everybody in your crew are leaders. It's the Sparkle Girls, right?
Hey,
Tell us,
fucking
right?
girl.
Sparkle. Tell me how that name came about, and you can name drop who a Sparkle Girl is and what it takes to be a Sparkle Girl.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. So the Sparkle Girl movement, it was based off of my mom. She had a like a jewelry line or something like that. And at the time of me recording my first song, which was Sparkle Girl Cipher, I ended up like saying like, okay, well, I made music. I recorded Faja at the time, and I recorded Sparkle Girl Cipher. So at the time, I wasn't really sure what I was going to be called to the world. Like I was just like kind of playing around with names. I'm like, I'm going to give people my real name. I'm not sure if I should just be Asia or if I should just, whatever. So I prayed on it. I said, God, what should be the name? And I thought about it. What's one thing that happens whenever you do something? Like if you think you start a car, there's a spark. You can't, even in us, we're both of electrons, protons, neutrons, it's a spark, right? So there's something. And then I noticed a pattern. And you have the Jordan sparks, the Bubba sparks. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it seems like this name is very comfortable for other people to use. I felt like the name, it was something that Tupac said too. He said, it's not our job to change the world, but we can spark uh, one person at a time that could, because someone could possibly change the world. Of course, I'm paraphrasing. And so the name just stuck with me. And so when the Sparkle Girls had came about, it was like a play on words. We were trying to figure out a way to make people involved in a movement, because it's not enough to just come out and just be a part of a gimmick and just say, oh, look, my ass is fat, my tits is fat, you can't be like me, I'm gonna take your man. Like I don't want to
Right.
push people away. And I think that's one of the reasons why I kind of took a break from music too, because I felt like my type of mindset and where I was going, and just the type of person I am. I'm a group person, you know what I mean? Like I'm a type of person who likes to, even though I can stand alone and I do stand alone, a lot of the times I'm a type of person that I want to create a movement. I want to create a movement in a new generation of hustlers. I want women to know, like, hey, I'm not, for me personally, Asia Sparks is not messing with a man for money. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I want to be around 5 millionaires so I can be the sixth one. I want to be able to
Right.
spark that, that mindset in young girls. I feel like girls need a positive role model. And I think it's more, I mean, hello, I could have came on here, cleavage out, but I said, listen, you can be a beautiful woman, you can be a smart woman, a kind, sexy woman, and still rock a hoodie and still stand for something. Stand on your 10 toes. Don't lay on your back. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to promote. But if you're doing that and you female empowerment, and if that's what you want, that's what you want. I can't. I'm not trying to say I'm perfect, but a lot of the times, that's what I want to promote. Especially if I'm gonna have daughters out here, and people are like, oh, Age, you do sex scenes in movies or like fake sex scenes in movies. Yeah, that's something I gotta worry about too. You know what I mean? But
Right.
a lot of times, like when you get to know Asia Sparks and that music persona and who I really am, that's a real place. When I'm speaking of is a real place. It's like I'm reporting live on what I see. So I just want to create that positive role model for women. I really do.
Right.
I truly do. And that bleeds over into my I don't use the term activism anymore, but it bleeds over into my community service and my humanitarianism as well. So yeah.
Yeah, but we're here to control the narrative. So by you just coming on with a hip hop urban style hoodie, it's changing the narrative on how young women and adult women can dress and still be provocative, right? And still
Mm.
attract the opposite sex, still look fly, still look sexy, right? So that's one way you can control in the narrative, right? So
Yeah.
you can name if you can think of a couple ways, name a couple ways you have already changed the narrative and what you got to coming up that also can change the narrative with your innovation and your unique talents.
I think well I want to change the narrative with a lot of things. I think there's a lot of things in this world that is just so much confusion. Like, I mean, the devil is the king of confusion and deception. I feel like, if he got you confused, he's won. I feel like, for me, I know, right? I seen this thing in this meme, right? And it's no shade, I promise. But I seen this meme. It was like, women today are telling, other women to say, F these dudes and use them for what they got, right? And then, these people are home with their husbands and having children, and everybody out here single and all confused. One of the narratives I would like to change in hip hop is that you don't have to you leave an element of surprise. Like, I always like to leave an element of surprise. Like, if you see me, I like to be dressed like and a part of me wasn't always like that. Like, I like to be sexy, I like to show skin and stuff like that. But as I get older, I realize that if that's all you're offering and that's all you bring to the table, you become uninteresting after a while. You feel me? Like, even for me, I'm like, oh, here we go again. Here goes somebody else with their ass out talking about what they can do. I'm turning this shit off. Let me turn on some old school hip hop that can really just that I can relate to as a woman, a grown woman now. You know what I mean? When I first came out, I was 19. You know what I'm saying? I was still learning. Like, where were we at 19? Still trying to figure stuff out. So I
Right.
was really influencing. I was influencing a demographic, and I was influencing a lot of people around the world just because of what I stood for. And I'm a woman of God too, so I want to change that narrative too. Like, for me, I'm a woman of God, and even though I don't, I do some gospel music, but even though I don't necessarily do all gospel music, I want people to know that I'm talking to the sinners. You feel me? Because I'm a sinner as well. You know what I mean? I want to change that narrative. Like, I can still have tattoos. You know what I mean? I can still have tattoos and still love the Lord. I also can still wear a hoodie and still be sexy.
Absolutely.
I still can talk in ebonics, but I can still talk to you and educate you and tell you about health, about wellness, about God, about life. You know what I'm saying? So I want to change that narrative. We were taught to, oh, sexiness first. Like, yeah, I'll be sexy. I'll be sexy when I want to be sexy. I don't want you to think that my sexiness is all I have to offer. So I think when I do roles like in Dirty Game or Hollywood Hearts, where there is a scene where they're showing some type of love making happening in there, I want people to know that those scenes, first of all, it was for me at that time, it was necessary for the story. But also too, I do want people to know that it doesn't define me. When I walk on set, people know me, Asia, the person first. You know what I mean? My reputation exceeds itself. So sometimes I walk in a room and even if I'm doing these scenes, I'll have so much respect, and these people, they respect me so much. Like, okay, you know what? We're gonna do this close set. We're gonna do it like this. I love her so much. She's a hard worker. She's really like, as soon as this scene's over, she's throwing her hoodie on. She's talking her stuff. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I battle with that a lot. You know what I mean? I go on set, and a lot of people want me to do sex scenes, and I tell them, like, listen, I'm not doing that no more. You know what I mean? I think as I get older, I start to realize I'm gonna have kids in this world, and I realize that my kids are gonna see the things that I've done in my past, even though it's not real. You know what I'm saying? But I have to think. I
Sure.
have to think of those moments, and so those are the narratives I want to change, even in my personal life. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
yeah, change the narrative. Yeah, you got to change the narrative. Also, too, for the artists, like, for the artists, a lot of people think, like, just because you're a female rapper, a lot of people don't take you as serious. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I started to go into acting and directing and producing and writing, just to let people know that I'm multi-dynamic. And I encourage every artist, if you have skills that you want to hone in on, don't be afraid to just take a step back from the light and say, you know what, I'm gonna go behind the scenes and really do the work and learn like you're in college. Learn how to
Absolutely.
promote, learn how to record yourself, learn how to do everything yourself, because that's the worst thing that can hinder you, depending on someone else. That is a big dream stopper. So
Absolutely.
that's the narrative I want to change for the artists out there as well. So
Let,
yeah,
let me ask you a question.
yeah.
I don't know where I should go first, but I'm gonna go with this first. For the people that's watching, the people that are inspiring, they might be in a dark place right now. Uh, how do they get up and go and get into acting or pursue their dreams? What are some steps you might want to offer to a person that's struggling on the inside?
Um, we all struggle. You know what I mean? Like I
Yep.
struggle. Like I struggled yesterday. I struggle today. Like some days are better than others.
Yeah,
The
absolutely.
days you do struggle, the days you do struggle, be well aware of it. Be well aware of yourself. You know what I mean? If you're well aware of yourself, and honestly check your emotions, check your feelings, be aware of what you're feeling. And and learn to spend some time alone. I think another artist's downfall is when they have so many people, like the entourage around them, so many people telling them what they should do. Let me tell you, whenever I do something, and whenever I do something good, it's always somebody telling me what I should or shouldn't do, right? And I learned to just
Absolutely. Yep.
ignore it, and just, if I don't value it, or if it's something that's just like, if you're Debbie down on my dreams, like, if you got a problem, like Dame Dash said, I don't got no problem with addressing problems, but don't have a problem when I'm dreaming, because that can be, whoever you're listening to, it can be detrimental to the decisions that you make. When I was told that, oh, I'm not SAG, or I'm not this, or I'm not that, so I can't, go to California to do this because I'm unqualified. And I prayed. Prayer first. Let me tell y'all something. Prayer works. Everybody be wondering why I'm getting all these opportunities. And I promise you, these opportunities be coming out of the blue, but it's because of prayer. I honestly
Right.
think when you pray on something, and you think on something, and you have an intention set behind it, and God know your heart, you gotta really don't be. You gotta realize, y'all are in a spiritual battle out here. You know what I'm saying? The industries that we're dealing with, and the people that we're dealing with, is very ruthless, and very, like, what I'm saying, crazy. You feel me? I know Jaguar Wright has spoke on my past situation, and she said that they deem me unpliable, right? Which is true, because I am. I'm a person that has firm beliefs, and if it's not something that God told me to do, I'm gonna walk away. You feel me? And sometimes you gotta have balls. You gotta have the balls to walk away. Some people can't walk away from fame. Some people can't walk away from the light because they don't know their identity. That's why I said, figure out your emotions, figure out your feelings, and find who you are, because identity leads to freedom. And when you know who you are, I mean, I feel like freedom, because you're like, oh, this opportunity I passed on, now she's bigger and better. Like, let me tell you, I'm supposed to be on the same Love and Hip Hop with Cardi B. Okay, that situation did not work out. But I can't look at Cardi. I love Cardi, but I can't look at Cardi like, oh, that could have been me. Nah, it wasn't for me. Because if it's for you, it's going to be meant for you, and it's going to happen, and nothing or nobody can shake that. So for me,
Absolutely.
you gotta know who you are. You gotta stand in that. When you receive rejection, know that rejection comes with the territory. You gotta be tough skinned to the world. When you get behind closed doors, let that out. You know what I mean? Release all that. Release it in your music. Let it out. But I'm telling you right now, your intuition, who you are, will never lead you wrong. God will never lead you wrong. So figure out who you are and find God within you. Find God within this horrible world, because I promise you, you put that faith into what you're doing and into God and what He's telling you to do. All that other stuff, you throw that out. Be like, all right, oh, I didn't get that opportunity. It's cool. I'm gonna get another one. This one wasn't for me. There's another one around the corner. Every time I got rejected, it was always a bigger blessing behind it. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
you know what I mean?
So let
Don't
me
sweat
let
the
me
small stuff.
right. Let me segue to this. Uh, with your faith being what it is, strong in God, your foundation is on prayer, right? It gets you through a day. A lot of people don't know how easy that is, right? Just go back to God and have a conversation with God,
Mm-hmm.
right? So tell us how your belief system affects your relationships or your situations in Hollywood, because a lot of people don't believe the same thing, and you know the devil is attacking us on a daily basis. I'm gonna just be flat out, and it's hard. And a lot of people don't understand when you need that space to get in your quiet place to just seek God for maybe a few minutes or maybe an hour or a day or two. Sometimes we need that. How is that? How do you get through that and being in Hollywood?
Because I know who I am. Um, I know who I am, and I know where I came from. I know when I wanted. Listen, everybody got to remember, if you do have a prayer life, right, and it may not look though, you gotta praise the little things. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, right now, I'm in a transition where it's like I want more, but I'm working on transforming and moving in my next level of faith. Right? Not everybody has that though, and I think when you're in Hollywood, like, can I be honest? One thing I did notice is they follow a script, right? They follow a script, and when they say Hollywood is very clicky, it's true. They're very clicky.
Yep.
But when you follow, they follow a script. But when you know who you are, right? I'm coming from Philly. When I go to Hollywood, you know I'm not from Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because
Right.
when you walk on the East Coast, it's like we don't smile at each other. We don't we just kind of mind our business. You know what I'm saying? So me going to LA, it was an eye opener, and I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot.
Right.
I but there's people that love God out LA. You know what I mean? You just gotta find your tribe. I don't think a place has anything to do with it. I think it's your selection, to be honest. Because when I was in LA, I was surrounded by God fearing people who really took me in. I'm staying at my friend's house, my friend Shauna, and God fearing
Shout out to
people.
Shauna for
Shout out to
taking this
Shauna,
spot for
you
girl.
the real one, real rad. But God
Yeah,
fearing people. So I don't think it has to do with a place. Like, you're gonna find demons and angels in Miami. You're gonna find demon and angels in Philly. You're gonna find demon
absolutely.
and angels in Los Angeles. You're gonna find demons and angels in Texas. You gotta have a spirit of discernment, and you really gotta know who you are and really tap in with God. Because if you're not a strong person in who you are, and you're not standing 10 toes down in who you are, it's like one foot in, one foot out. You could easily, oh yeah, come to this party. Yeah, let's get high. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I'm good, but I'm still gonna come. I'm gonna show up.
Right.
What's up,
It's
y'all?
not.
Y'all made what? Oh yeah,
It's
but
not
guess what?
easy. It's not easy. It's not
It
easy.
ain't. It's not. But guess
It's not
what? It don't
easy.
matter, because they're gonna love you anyway. If you're authentic, they're gonna love you anyway. It don't matter, because
Right.
you got to think about it. If you're a demon, right? Let's just keep it real. Like, I don't care. Like, you feel me? I'm tough as balls. I don't care. Like, you know what I
If
mean?
you
I
a
don't care.
demon,
If you a
stay away.
demon, right?
Stay away
And
from
you
me.
see me, if y'all let me retract it. If you're a light, you're automatically going. Let's talk about. Forget the demon. Whatever. God bless you. If you're a
Right.
light to this world, you're automatically going to attract all types of people. You feel what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
regardless, people are going to try to figure out. But the thing about it is, people who do not follow God, they don't understand where it comes from, so they think it's fake.
Right.
Oh, let
Right.
me see how she do this, because it's probably fake. But when they really get to know you, and they like, oh, she's really authentic. Now I hate her. because she's really that person. And some people like, they'll bring you on their opportunity because they like, oh yeah, she's a light, but let me see about how I can manipulate her. So I'll even get blessings sometimes, and I'll get on a set, and then I'm working with some weird funny acting directors, you know what I'm saying, like funny acting people, and you know what I mean, and they realize like, oh damn, like her name not only carries weight, she's weight. You feel me? She's pressure. She's pressure because of who she is. You know what I'm saying? And you just can't waver there. Like you gotta be tough as nails out here. And I'm not always tough, but I'm gonna be tough to your face. I'm not gonna let nobody sucker me. Yeah, I'm gangster
Right.
for Christ. Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. So
So
you
like,
gotta know who you are.
I'm glad you said you gangster for Christ, right? Like,
Yeah,
'cause, we from Philadelphia, right?
yeah.
And I came up in the era of state property, and during that era, like major figures, whatever, like people was really about what they were saying in their raps, right? So with you came on the tail end of that era, right? You was right behind that. How did you deal with like not being a gangster rapper? You know what I'm saying? Like, because you're genuinely a good person with a good heart, bubbly attitude. You're very intelligent, smart, but you know, your name Asia Sparks, and it was a freeway, Gilly the Kid, and Bumpy J, and Dutch and Spade, and like how you deal with that going around and being from Philly and not be a gun toting. I just came out of jail the other day, rapper, and now I'm in the studio. Like, is that's what it was for a while.
Oh,
How you dealt
don't
with
let the dipples fool you. I am a gun toting something. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like don't let you feel me? Like, but I'm educated. You know what I mean? I went to college. You feel me? But I do tote a gun legally. You feel me? I advise everybody. Yeah, yeah, I do. Like don't get it twisted. I don't want people to
right,
get it twisted. Uh, don't get it twisted at all. Please don't. I am a gun toting something, and it's legal. You feel me?
right,
Um, but I went to school. I'm educated. I was raised right. I was raised with morals. I had a praying family. I was raised with old heads, grandmothers. I came up with Spado, Bianca, all them. Me and Bianca kicking
right.
it out, South Philly. You know what I'm saying? But if you feel like, I feel like that's a mindset thing though. You can easily
Yeah,
say somebody can say that about Wallow. Oh yeah, Wallow went to jail for however long he can't went out. What you expect Wallow to come home and be a gangster? No, it's about growth and elevation. You know what I'm saying? Like what you think? I'm just gonna use anybody, but you think you don't do our type of work, and that's the problem. Just in general, you don't do any type of work to stay the same. As people, if we're not evolving and becoming better, like I'm constantly working on self improvement. Like that's my biggest thing. I can be in a room full of gangsters, and I can be in a room full of white folks, and really blend in and fit in. I'm a personality. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not no fake
right,
personality. Who I am is who I am. I'm funny. I'm charming. If you piss me off, I can get with you, but I'm gonna try to pray for you first. I'm gonna try to pray for myself because if not, you know what I'm saying. You gotta think about stuff like that. Do I walk around toting a gun? Like, yeah, I got a gun. No, I'm not doing it. I do that for my safety and my protection. I do that to
right,
protect myself from people who don't like the light. You know what I'm saying? So if you run up, you get done up. But at the end of the day, no, I'm gonna pray for you first. No, I'm gonna think twice before I pull out. So I don't think
yeah,
I don't praise being a gangster. You feel me? But I respect it. I don't praise being a gangster, but I respect it, and I can talk about it because I've been there. You feel me? I've been arrested before. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. Like I've been arrested before for something stupid back in the day. Like you know what
right,
I'm saying? But what I'm gonna do? Just keep on doing the same dumb shit. Keep doing it. Giving myself a track record where I can't get it expunged. Now I can't move the way I want to move, work the way I want to work. My record follow me. And if you did, you know what I mean, I get it. Like you a product of your environment and you trying to survive. Like I get that. Like I get survival. You know what I'm saying? But also too being a diabetic, I'm waking up every day having to look at death at my door because I can go to sleep and not wake up. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah,
my life, I focus on how can I make myself well, how can I make myself healthy mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically? Like that's the biggest challenges I have in life. If it's a hater or somebody trying to come for me, you don't want to come for me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not making myself a problem or an issue to you. I'm not no threat. You only view me as a threat because of all the things that I bring to the table and the people that got my back. But I'm not no threat unless you are a threat to me, and then I'm a threat. You know what I'm saying? I don't wake up like that. I wake up like embracing. And I think that's why the music game was always a little, that's why I kind of walked away from the music game a little bit, because I always felt like the music industry is like the drug industry, real rap. There's drugs around. It's people who don't like you for no reason. Turf wars. Oh yeah, I'm rapping
Yeah.
from South Philly. I'm rapping from North. I don't like it because she's from South. I don't like it because she. And you hear about that all the time, right? And I think about it like I'm not looking for trouble. I want love. I
Right.
promote love. I'm a godly woman. I promote love, but I also believe in protecting yourself, and I also believe that just because you grow from something don't mean that you can't wake that monster up and that beast up. You know what I'm saying? So I just pray for that. I pray for my own human flaws every day. I pray for my own human flaws, and I sometimes I be on social media, and I'm sorry talking too much, but I be on social media
Are you good? You
commenting.
good?
You know what I mean? But I be on social media commenting, my facts and opinions on stuff, and people be so sensitive over words, right? And I be like, I'm not even
Right.
coming at you. I'm just stating a fact. But they be so sensitive over things, right? And I realize like you just gotta let things go. Like sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Words only hurt you if you allow them to, and if you have unhealed parts of you that you need to address. Real rap, because you could just say, okay, you hating on me. Okay, well, listen, I know what you said about me. That's opposite of what God said about me. What you saying that I am, I know God is saying the opposite. What you're saying that I'm not, I know God's saying that I am. And you gotta be strong mentally. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gotta mentally be strong, like especially to the
Right.
world, especially to the world.
The
Be strong.
the internet the internet got a lot of people sensitive,
Sick of the
right?
internet.
Yeah, the internet got social media got people sensitive, right? Really, like because you can portray something on social media, but when we see each other in real life, it's different, and people get sensitive about that. Like it's okay if you're not you're not doing as well as you was the other day. You might not got the extra money you got. Like people try to hide that, and for me, it's not being authentic. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay. You know what I'm saying? We came from nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like Philadelphia is not like a rich and uppity place. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of
Yeah.
people that when you run into them, they be like, "Oh, that's Asia. Hold on, let me put my hood on. I know you from high school. You my guy. Like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I mean, yeah, like you wild funny. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? So
I don't.
people
I
get
don't. I don't like that. Like I don't like that. Like for real, I
like
don't like it. I don't like that. People so consumed about what everybody else got going on. Like, bro, worry about yourself. Worry about bettering yourself. Like, just like 50 Cent said it best. If you focusing on yourself, you're not worried about what everybody else doing. You're not worried about it. You feel me? It's just something I'm not worried. I don't wake up like, oh, she did this, so now I got to do it. I'm not worried about that. I got my own goals. I got my own bucket list. I got my own dreams that I'm trying to see coming to fruition. If I'm worried about everything and everybody else, I'm not getting nowhere. I'm running in circles. I'm running on a hamster wheel. Like, bro, fix it. Fix it. Yeah, like this world is so
this
consumed
morning.
with what everybody else is doing.
This morning, I was listening to one of my favorite songs, right? And the title of that song, I'm not trying to give out no free promotion that like that, but the title of that song is "Everything Attached to Me Wins," right?
Mhm.
Everything attached to me wins. So, and another part of the song is it's my winning season, right? I listen to that all the time. This
Mhm.
is my winning season. And when people recognize that it's your winning season, they feel entitled, especially if they know you, to attach themselves to you because everything that's attached to you win, right? You're a winner, and everything around you was winning. So they're like, I want to be a part of that. But you know what I got to say to people like that? You can't be a part of this. The only person that's going to open that exit door is you,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
This can be your winning season too. We don't got to win together, but what you got to do is do your part, right? So what you say to those who not doing their part, who try to be a part of your winning season and be attached to you, like how do you handle that? And what you say to those people?
No
That's
access to me. I'm at the point right now. Like you can't like you gotta realize in a world full of takers, right? You, it's just so much that you can give before you have nothing for yourself, right? And then you look back and everybody like, oh, you Asia Sparks, like you said, and they don't think you need nothing, right? But I'm a person that needs a lot. You know what I mean? And I'm a person too
right.
that also says, being attached to me, you do win, but you do get attacked. So being my friend, you are going to have to prepare for greatness, and preparing for greatness means trials and tribulations. I don't
Yep.
like having people around me who have not. I don't like this word struggle or grown through struggle. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like if a person is too perfected and too oh, I'm better, and oh, all cat. I'm a person who's real. I battle with a lot of struggles, and as there's nothing I will tell you that I do not feel, you know. But whether or not I decide to be bitter or better, that's my decision. And
Yep.
a lot of people walking around bitter out here. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people walking around bitter, and they not doing the self work. And if you're trying to be attached to my blessing, it's okay. Like I'm a type of person, I want people to come, because I want to attach you to the blessings that I have. I got so many, I'm willing to get it out. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say
Right.
hit me up.
Right.
But you gotta watch
I
how
get
you
it.
approach me. First impressions is everything. You gotta watch how you approach me. I don't like people approaching me with entitlement. I don't like people who don't know me, who haven't taken the time to say, "How are you today?" Give me advice about my career, because you don't even care about me as a person. You know what I'm saying? So I look for
That
those things.
part. That part.
I look for
That
those things,
part.
and it's not that you can't get these blessings, right? But I look at all of that.
That
How are you
part.
treating people? How are you treating the person next to you? How are you treating the person that can't give you or offer you nothing? How are you treating that person? Because that makes that person. Are you led by ego? Are you led by pride? Because I'm not a person that's led by ego or pride. You can't. It's just it. Forget music. Are you my tribe? Can we? If we can't coexist in just on some regular stuff, regular stuff, we can't coexist. You can't have the blessings that God has in store for me, because you're not even my type of person. You feel what I'm saying? You're not the type of person that I would even, I don't like to. Your energy. A lot of people will drain your energy. You gotta watch people, because they drain your energy, and they seem like they're for you when it's up, when the chips are up. But are you for me when the chips are down? Because like I said, it's gonna be blessings, but it's gonna be a lot of falls. You gotta be able to be like, oh, I'm getting back up. Oh, I'm getting back up. Oh, I'm getting back up. And same thing with relationships. That's why I'm single, and that's why I'm celibate, and I'm not dating, because whoever's going to be with me has to be very secure, very secure. They have to understand, like, I'm an attracting light. I'm calling people to the light. I'm calling people to the light. I'm literally calling people to the light. So if you're not a person that understands the mission that I'm on, you can't be with me. And this is why time and time again, relationships up and down, fell. And so I realized that, I want what God got for me. I don't want nothing else. I don't want nothing else. You're not my type of person. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's important. You know what I mean? I'm calling people to the light. And if I got an opportunity, you'll see me all the time. Movies, I'm putting up castings, and I'm doing these things. But as far as my personal journey to where I'm going, everybody can't go with you. And I'm bringing everybody. I'm bringing everybody who can um who can understand that I'm in the business of bettering. I'm in the business of moving forward. I'm in the business of you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to cap with me. You don't, because that's the quickest
Right.
way to get you exited out of my life. I will push you out the door if I feel like you capping. I'm like, oh, I don't like that person. They being fake. You know what I'm saying? They talk to the
Right.
waitress like a bum. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't treat
I
homeless
hate
people
that. I
correctly.
hate that.
That
I hate
turns me
that.
off. That turns me off from people. I'm a
They
very,
that,
very good person. You know what
they
I'm
all
saying?
my people too. When I'm outside, and the waitress my people, like the bum on the street, they my people. Like people,
Yeah.
like they my people. It's hard for me to treat them a certain way. Like we might not can't hang out because I don't hang out with anybody anyway. But I'm not going to treat you a certain way just because you're going through a struggle. And it just bring up some situations. I don't even want to shed no light on it because I don't want to get no people no popularity. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to bring them on here, but this my people, man. Especially if they my color, they black. Black excellence is everything, right? And I just want to ask you, what black excellence means to you? Like, what is black excellence to you, and how important is that, in your career?
Black excellence to me. Let me think about this one, because that's a really good question. Black excellence to me is growth, right? We are the people that a lot of us are fairly mistreated. We are fairly mistreated. We are the people that some time ago we were known as animals. You know what I'm saying? And I know just say this, but I know some black people today, and even me, I fight for this cause, but I know black people today that are still hurting. You know what I'm saying? But it stops their growth.
Yep.
Sometimes in this world, we have to learn how to forgive, not even necessarily not forget, but forgive for ourselves and heal ourselves, even when there is no help for us.
Yep. It's important.
And the problem is, I see this a lot. Like, it's so much hate. I think that black excellence is the opposite of hate. Black excellence is love, and I think they're not afraid. I think people aren't afraid that we'll be angry and do the same things to them. I think they're afraid of how we love. I think they're afraid of how we love and how we build with and when we build and if we can come together and build. But black excellence is people who are healed, people who have adversities, have things going on. People look at me like I got it going on. No, I'm good at adversity. I'm good at adversity. So when you throw me a challenge, I'm good at catching the ball and throwing it back and executing a point. So for people, they look and like, oh yeah, some people got more than enough. No, it's not black excellence. It's not that. Black excellence is looking at your circumstance and still saying, you know what? I'm not going to let the naysayers stop me. I'm not going to let the toxic people stop me. I'm going to do it. Whether or not, it don't have to be fame. It don't have to be riches. You can make an impact. Just make an impact. Make an
Yep.
impact on people around you. And for me, I don't care if you the janitor or if you're the freaking bellboy. I'm always gonna talk to you. I'm always gonna talk to you. I make conversations with the cooks. Oh, what you back here cooking? Oh, yo, hook me up with a plate. Because even that impact, that man, I got money in my pocket, but that man just blessed me. He just gave me a plate. You feel me? I like to eat, and if it's free, it's me. I like to eat for free. So for me, I like having, you feel me, like for real. But I could be like, here, I'll take all this money and treat you like a peasant. The fuck, I'm gonna treat you like a peasant when you about to feed me. That's a blessing. You feel me? So I go back, yo, what's up, Pop? What's up? Yo, what you cooking back here? I smell like. Let me see what that was about. Oh, it tastes good. Pop up. And then but those be the people that promote your music. That is black excellence to me. That is black
Right.
excellence to me. A cook, somebody who really got people and kids to feed and just getting up every day and following their purpose. If you following your purpose, you are excellent. You are
Yep.
excellent. And if you living righteously and you know the difference between right and wrong, and listen, you treat the janitor like the CEO, because that man might be the CEO today, tomorrow. I've had plenty of opportunities where my chips were down and so many people were up here, but because I'm clapping, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Today is my day. And now them same people may not give me the same in return, but them the same people that stay low. When you can do this for other people, you're gonna have up days and down days, but most of them days gonna be up. And when you up
Right.
forever, you up strong. You know what I mean? So I encourage people, like, black excellence is doing whatever you put your mind to. You a fashion designer, just go at it. You just excellent because you just gonna keep, you not quitting. You're not stopping. You're not quitting. I don't care if you fail today. I don't care about that. That don't make you excellent. I don't care if you got money in the bank. That don't make you excellent. What is the impact that you're making? When you walking into a room, are you bringing the light or are you bringing the darkness? Because you may be a rich person that bring negativity, and you are not the wave. You are not the wave. You could be rich bringing negativity, and that's not excellent to me. You're not excellent.
Right.
Excellent is perfecting those errors and those the parts we need healing. Black people need healing. And nobody speaks about that. Oh, black excellent. I got money. I got cars. I got chains. I got this. Are you healing? Are you healed? Are you healed? Are you happy? Genuinely happy? If you had no money, if you had no cars, if you had no, are you happy?
Are you
That's
happy?
inner work. That black excellence starts with inner work, your soul.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's what I think. But hey, it's my opinion. You asked me. I've been getting, like, everybody. I've been getting people left and right. Some people like what I say. Some people don't. But guess what? In my mind, in Asia's mind, I'm happy. I view the world this way. And guess what? I love me. And I feel like I'm excellent. Because guess what? Every time I put my best foot forward. You put your best foot forward, that's black excellence.
You are excellent. Let's give it up for Asia.
That's not excellent. The little Uzi.
Lil Uzi. I love
No,
Lil
but
Uzi. Lil Uzi, he not rap, and Lil Uzi not rapping on them old beats that them old dudes rap on. That's
Yeah, I know. I do.
a
I
rock
still do.
star.
But I still do. But
And I love Boom Bap. Boom Bap. Boom Bap is hot. You know what I mean? I love them. I love
yeah,
them. Say,
teach his own.
what?
Teach his
You want to
own.
do a freestyle? Nah, I don't do a freestyle. I'll freestyle here.
I mean,
Nah.
yeah, I'll
I know
talk
you.
about
I know
some
you.
stuff. I want
Hey,
to
I know
talk
you got one,
about.
but
Well, first I want to talk about my movies. I want to let y'all know that I got Dirty Game out. Shout out to Make Money Records. Make Money Records. Shout out to y'all 100%. Shout out to Ken. Shout out to Lacora. Shout out to Shooter. You might know him from Love and Hip Hop. Shout out to OG Mall. Shout out to Jamal Gravy,
wait,
Willard.
wait. Shout out to Gravy. That's that. If people don't know who that is, he played Biggie, right?
Yeah,
Played
yeah,
Biggie. Like you can't forget
yes,
him. He's like instilled in our culture. Like he's
yes.
control of the narrative right now, right? But where can we watch? Where we can watch it? I'm trying to watch
You
it.
can go to
I'm trying to
Tubi.
watch it.
Huh?
Tubi. So
Yeah,
like
Tubi.
you could like y'all can go to Tubi, get with y'all significant other. Y'all can Tubi and chill. We ain't
Yeah.
Netflixing and chilling no more. We controlling the narrative. We Tubi and chilling right now. So go to
I mean,
Tubi.
if you think about it, Tubi is one of the top streaming websites, and it's absolutely free. They have
Yeah.
great movies on there, but a lot of people don't know that I produced Dirty Game, and I actually helped write some of the scripts. So, and I did the casting as well with Dirty Game. So, if you guys want to check it out, it really is a good story.
Up,
Where everybody
up,
keeps asking about
up.
Dirty Game 2. Everybody keeps
Right.
asking about Dirty Game 2, and right now we're discussing it, and I'm really grateful. And I just want to say, like, really wholeheartedly, um, it was something that a lot of people spent a lot of time, and like they sacrificed a lot of time on the movie, even myself. Um, but I'm really grateful. Shout out to Ken, shout out to OG Mall, shout out to Shooter. I'm really grateful for those guys, and I'm grateful because they had me. They welcomed me into their home, into their atmosphere, and I was able. And they really allowed me to kind of just like do what I had to do, and that meant a lot. And I have another movie out. Shout out to Double Cross. If you guys haven't seen it, check out Double Cross season 3
Double
on
cross.
All Black
I'm about to say
Network.
that's not a movie. That's a series.
Yes, yes, on All Black Network.
Really
Um,
quick, really quick, really quick.
mhm.
We're gonna stay on Double Cross for a second. We're not gonna just
Okay,
go by that because
okay,
that's a really important show for our culture, right?
yes,
Right. That's a really important show. Tell us
yes,
about. Tell us what Double Cross is about, right?
yes.
And tell us about your character in Double Cross.
Okay,
It,
so Double
I ain't gonna say.
Cross.
I ain't
Okay, so Double Cross is a show exposing and bringing light to human trafficking, specifically, on the West Coast. But it's about a brother and a sister. Shout out to Jeff Logan and Ashley Williams. Um, you know, they really they made the show to kind of expose what's really going on in the world. The human sex trafficking industry is $1 billion industry. And we really, I just realized that, sex trafficking is being paid by our tax dollars. And so I was blessed to be a part of it. I played Stormy. I played a stripper, right? And what happened was well, Nurse Brian, shout out to Faith Malante, and he pretty much, I played a stripper, and he pretty much killed me. He killed me. I'm sorry to spoil alert, but he did
He
kill me.
died. I was
He
gonna
choked
say
me
that,
out,
but
but let me tell you, he choked me out. But it was so important to me because when I had went to LA to film Double Cross, there was breaking news about a girl. She was on OnlyFans, and this really happened. A guy choked her out and killed her. God rest her soul. So for me to play this role of, a stripper, being choked by a man and just being vulnerable, even though, it was a fatal attraction type of thing. You hear about this stuff happening all the time. So I was really blessed to play that role. And I was like, kind of like, I've never played a stripper. I'm not a stripper in real life. I did take pole dancing classes for the role. But I was blessed to play it because this was something that happened, breaking news. It was actually a girl that got choked by a man, an OnlyFans lady. God bless her soul, but she was choked by a man. So I was really fortunate to play that. So season finale, they had a news thing of me on season 3, and they were trying to find my body. So you gotta watch Double Cross season 4, and to just figure out what happens next. And shout out to the cast. Shout out to Howard Gibson, Christelle Gibson. Shout out to Amber Gibson, them Gibson
What,
Films.
who
Yep,
wrote
and
that
I
in
got
the?
I got a couple
Why
things
they kill
happening with
you?
them as
They shouldn't
well.
have killed you. They shouldn't have killed
I
you.
know, right? Everybody keeps saying that. I know.
They shouldn't
Everybody
have
keeps
killed
saying that, but you know the good thing about it is when you watch Dirty Game and stuff like that too. Everybody's always talking about like something I'm doing at the last second. So a Dirty Game, they're like, "Did you set load it up?" and da 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 da. And what's gonna happen? Is he dead? And I'm like, I love working on films where people are genuinely upset, like that I'm not in it, like, you know what I'm saying, or genuinely
you.
upset that
Yes.
something happened to me. It makes me feel like they care about my character, like, yes.
Yeah, you
And
can't.
I like people to talk. I like
There's
people
a
to talk, like, what happened next,
there's a
so
connection. Like your
yes,
character brings connection,
yes,
um, familiarity. Like I know her. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
That's such and such. Not literally, but that's such and such that I grew up with. That's such and such from the block. That's such and such I went to school with that was struggling with that. It gives them that feeling. That's why people
yes,
fall in love with your character.
yes.
And you know who you remind me of. Not to say like y'all look alike or act like that, but your passion for film. You know Taraji P Henson.
Yes, I love Taraji. I want to be her, like,
Yeah,
I want to play her daughter or her little sister or something, like
yeah.
a younger Taraji.
It's your passion for film is is parallel to hers, and that's yeah, it
Thank
is.
you.
I always thought like that. Like when you got into the game, uh, you just wasn't in it just to keep your music career going. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't just about, hey, I'm gonna get a buzz off this and I'm gonna put out my mixtape next week. Check out my mixtape. Nah, you was really going to classes and
Yeah.
learning how to break down a script, lighting schemes, and like how to run a whole production. Like it was real for you.
Yeah,
And
well, that was from experience, honestly, because like a lot of people, like I met a lot of people through music. So like, if it wasn't for music, I definitely wouldn't be acting. But that was through experience. Like a lot of the stuff,
right,
I literally went to like 2 classes. I went to one in Atlanta called John Hopkins School of Acting. That Bobby Valentino, my first movie with Bobby Valentino and Cole from Martin, Carlton Payne, we, he was like, well, okay, you're a rapper, but you got so much emotion in you. Let's see if we can hone those emotions in. And that class at John Hopkins was really it taught me something, right? And then I started working with Nakia Dillard, and Nakia, he brought me on set, but he was also teaching me a lot as well. And so a lot of people knew me from Asia Sparks, right? Just a rapper. But because I was on set and I'm like, I'm learning, like I'm like a sponge. I'm not a person like I started off doing background work before I got to this stage where I'm doing now. I got lead roles. I started off from background to background to background to background to I got a feature role. I got one line, and then I got a whole script where I'm reading monologues and monologues and pages on pages on pages. And it's really training, right? Because you're living through experience. But I'm grateful because when I was on set doing background work, I was doing the work. Like I'm talking to the PAs and I'm talking to the writing team. I'm like, what's the next movie? I'm talking to the background actors. What y'all working on next? You know what I mean? So for me, that's like I'm not just gonna take this one opportunity and not run with it. I'm gonna take this opportunity and figure out how I can get the next one. You know what I mean? And the same thing happened
right.
with I was doing Creed 1 and Creed 2. A lot of people don't even know I was in Creed 1, Creed 2. You've seen me at the Tone Trump scene where Tone Trump and Michael B. Jordan get into the fight. I had short hair at the time and I had
When
big
Donald Trump
hoops
got
on.
knocked out,
Yes, I had
one punch. I'm
I had
joking.
big hoops on, and I had big hoops and short hair at the time. So you don't know it's me. I was on Creed 2. I was in the scene with Felicia Rashad, working those background. You didn't even see me in Creed 2, but it was a blessing because I still got the credit for it. It was a blessing because I got to work, but I also got my opportunity with Netflix due to the cast of Creed 2. In Philadelphia, it's a lot of the same people working the same sets. So when you start to
Right.
learn, like everybody matters. I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh, I want to just talk to the main character that probably got hired trying to get an opportunity like me. No, I'm gonna talk to the background people. I'm gonna talk to the PAs. And from there, from Creed 2, I worked with Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park in New York with Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt season 2. So then from there, I had met the guy who did like a mosaic, and that was from my cousin Kia Steve Dickerson. Kia Steve Dickerson. She did Sixth Sense, and she did Beloved. So from there, she introduced me to HBO. And then, mind you, all the same people, Kia Steve Dickerson, she works on all of these same things. And she introduced me to Sam J. And a lot of people don't even know I was in Sam J season 2 on HBO that just came out. So it's like all these amazing things that are happening just from knowing people. Same thing with the Amari Hardwick movie and Elise Neal and Mark John Jeffries. I was on set with them in January playing a cop. Can't really talk too much about it. It's not out yet. But from there, I got another opportunity coming up with some pretty big actors. So everything happens when you're a good person, when you're humble. Also, when you're just a joy to be around. Like I was on set with the Amari Hardwick, and wardrobe was like told the director like this girl was the most pleasant actress that I've ever worked with. And I was just so humble to be there. I had one line with Amari Hardwick, but I was so grateful to be there. And the fact that other people, my name carries, my personality carries, like the person I genuinely wake up to be every day is accepted in the world that don't really love. Some people don't like me. I annoy some people, like they don't know why my anointing is on me, but when you're authentic and being humble, and God will really carry your name in rooms that you're not even in. So I just wanted to encourage people on that. You know what I'm saying? Encourage people. And the people with Double Cross that I work with, they actually work, Howard Gibson, they've actually worked with Taraji. And these same people have introduced me. Like I've done music videos with Nelly, you know what I mean? Just a face, you know what I mean? But just meeting these people, and these people believing in the person that you are and believing what God has set on your life, and they will carry you. And so it's not me doing anything other than being myself. And like, how can I help you? I don't want anything from you. How can I help you? Okay, how can I go the extra mile to make this project work? And that's what people like to see. So thank God.
Right. Yeah, right. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a lot going on. A lot going on. I'm happy for you. I want to touch on something before you go. I don't want to forget, because I want to know, right? Your favorite director. Who's your favorite director you would like to work with?
I actually had a run-in and an opportunity almost. So a lot of people don't know too. I gotta promote all the things that I did. So I was in Made in Chinatown, the new Sopranos movie. With Sopranos, the cast of the Sopranos original cast, Raymond Barry, Paul Verghese. Oh, I love you, Paul. And the cast
Shout
of
out to
Kung Fu
Paul.
Hustle. Yeah, shout out to Paul. Paul, Paul is a writer. This is the cast of the Sopranos. You know what I'm saying? I'm a black girl. You feel me? Like these are some Italian dudes, but they treated me, Vincent Pastore, like they treated me like Tony Ray Rossi. They treated me like I was like a niece. You know what I mean? They like my Italian uncles. I'm good in any room. You know what I mean? And so working with him, it was a big blessing. And then the cast of Kung Fu Hustle, like Kung Fu Hustle is one of my favorite movies. So these are Chinese, like from China, like actors, But if I can work with anybody, you want to know who it would be?
Who?
Jackie Chan.
Jackie.
Yes. Okay, that's my birthday twin. Me and Jackie Chan were born on the same day. Yeah, I got two people. So it would be Jackie Chan, because we were born on the same day. All I ever wanted on my birthday in my life is to have Jackie Chan just wish me a happy birthday on video. I will have that running everywhere because that is my birthday twin. I am a super fan of Jackie Chan. I'm a super fan of Kung Fu movies. So if Jackie Chan wants to work with me, I told anybody, if I meet Jackie Chan, I'm gonna fake pass out. So I'm gonna show my acting skills. I'm gonna pass out right on his leg. I'm gonna pass out on him. So Jackie Chan, yes. Tasha Smith. I love Tasha Smith. Okay. She's from Jersey, Camden. Camden. Tasha Smith will be one of the other people that I would love to work with, because she's doing a lot working with 50 Cent. And I love Tasha. And one more, I would love to work with Adam Sandler. I would love to work with Adam Sandler. I met David Spade before. I met David Spade in New York. I would love to work with Adam Sandler, Ben Stiller.
So you
Robert
want to
De
do
Niro,
comedies?
huh?
You want to do comedies?
I do comedies. I do comedies. Actually, so people tell
I can
me all
see
the time
that.
I need to do stand up.
I can
Yes,
see that. I don't know about stand up. You probably
I'm
can hold the room
hilarious,
for a while. You
bruh. I'm
hilarious.
hilarious, bruh. Don't do me because I'm hilarious. Legitly, all I gotta do is talk about my life, and all I gotta do is talk about my life, and everybody gonna be like, "Oh my god, jaw to the floor." Like, oh, close it. No, I'm just saying. But I love comedy. I love comedy, but I'm a crier. Like everybody knows, I can cry on the spot. Everybody wants me to do dramas all the time. But I'm really funny. I want to work with Ice Cube. That would be super dope.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
Ice Cube. I got a long list. You can't just ask me just one. I got a long list of people, and that I'm gonna pull up on. Like, what's up?
All right. Top
Wait.
five.
Top one. Wait, I gotta give one. Wait, I gotta say one more. Marlon and Sean Wayne. Got to. Gotta work with the Wayans brothers. Got to.
Like excellence. Like
Got
excellence.
to.
What's your top five
Ugh.
films of all time?
Hmm.
Top five films. Your top five favorite films of all time. No matter the genre.
That's hard. I don't like that question. That's hard. Like, are you
All right,
kidding me?
what's one of your favorite movies? Name one that you could tell somebody like you have to see this.
Hmm. 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 I'm trying to think. You making life real hard on me right now. Um. Damn. Why I'm not ready for this question? Damn it. Because something that I'm trying to think of. Antoine Fisher was
You
good.
want to hear one of my you want to hear one
No,
of my
I got
favorite
you. I
movies?
got you. John Q, Antoine
Okay, John
Fisher.
Q.
Anything with Denzel. Denzel got me in a chokehold. I be ready every time a Denzel movie. He said, I'm not gonna bury my son. My son is gonna bury me. That had me in a chokehold. When I tell you I was boohoo crying like this, his son gonna bury him. His son gonna bury him. I swear, like, yeah, anything
Denzel
Denzel.
said. Denzel was like, "Ain't nobody got to like you, boy. You my responsibility." he said, "You my responsibility." Who said I got to like you? When I
Yes.
go to work and that man will give me my check. That's all I care. I
Yes,
love
anything
Denzel.
Denzel is in, he picks good movies all the time, like Man on Fire. Oh wait, here's another one I loved, Men of Honor with Cuba Gooding Jr. and Robert De Niro. That was awesome, a good movie. Have you seen it?
Which one?
You
Which
remember
one is it?
Men of Honor
Yeah, I
with
did. I
with
did. I
Cuba
saw
Gooding
Men of Honor.
Jr. Rest
Yeah.
in peace to Cuba Gooding Jr. and Omar Gooding's dad. I actually met Mr. Well, senior Mr. Gooding um years ago. I was a kid. I met Mr. Cuba Gooding Jr. So that was awesome. But no, not junior, Cuba Gooding Senior. But yeah. So yeah, that's probably like one of my faves. I'm trying to think of some other movies, but like I'm a movie buff, so it's really hard for me. Like I even watch like cartoon movies. Like if I'm gonna be
Right.
honest, like I watch all
I
types of
love.
movies, and I don't want to be. I love movies. I'm a movie buff. I love movies. Movies are my
Right.
thing.
We need to get in contact with 50 Cent because we need you in BMF like yesterday.
Hmm.
Right. Need you in
I'm more
BMF.
of a sorry. I'm more of a Michael Downey, Jr. fan. Like I like Power Book. Everybody's like, oh yeah, you like.
Power,
I like. I mean, no offense to Lil Meech, but I like Power Book too with
I
Monet
do. I
Tejada.
do. I like it as well. I like it as
Put me
well.
on there. Put me on there, cause I'm ready. I'm ready.
Right.
What's up? What's
Any
up?
any anything you got? Any last words you got to tell the people? How to look for you, how to find you on social media. How they can book you and things of that nature.
Yeah. Honestly, you can right there, Sparkle Girl A. You hit the link in the bio. All my films are there. You can watch it. I'm sending people to my Instagram because I want everybody. Well, actually, you go to my Twitter at Sparkle Girl A. You go to my no, I don't go on Facebook like that. But you go Twitter, Instagram, my YouTube, all right there. Everything is the same at Sparkle Girl A. If you go to my links, any of my links, all of my films are there. All of my work is there. Music videos, appearances, interviews, talk shows, everything is on there. This will be on there. Um, and I want to just tell everybody keep chasing your dreams, man. And God love you. Um, and find yourself. Uh, I just want to encourage everybody, like, yo, I know you've been seeing everything that's been going on with the revivals and everything. What my message I want to get across is God love you. You feel me? And God love you. And no matter what, I know it's so much self doubt out there. I know it's so much frustration. I feel the frustration because so many people you see, so many people. I feel it. I feel the frustration, and I just wanted to let y'all know that I love you. God love you. Love yourself. Love yourself. Love yourself. And yeah, keep hustling, keep shining, keep sparking. You know what I mean? Keep sparkling. Cause you're a winner, baby. And if anybody tell you, I told you, I love
Thank,
you.
thank you, Asia Sparks. Thank you again for joining us on Control the Narrative podcast. We're glad to
Thank,
have you.
thank you for
Um,
having me.
and I would like to interview again. We're going to do sit down interviews in person. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're going to end it. We're going to end it with a clip from Dirty Games. If y'all haven't seen it, check out Dirty Games on Tubi TV with Asia
Yes.
Sparks. Thanks for joining in. I'll talk to you guys later.
At the time, I always yeah, so they were feeling this shit and not rocking with it in the crowd. I told you. Yeah, we ain't letting up. Listen, bro, they feeling it. All we gotta do is just get behind a crazy label, get behind some crazy money. Shit gonna go big. At the top, I already know. I believe in you, bro. Just keep on working. Gotta work. Got your back. Yeah.